You clearly have great depth and width of experience working with smallholder and women farmers. So, how has been your experience of working in the agriculture sector, and what have been some of your successes and some, unfinished challenges? And also, could you share some of your early learnings of your working in India?
Great. As we go forward, as I mentioned, we are focused on learning. And myself, as I look at my journey, I was fortunate to learn, and I continued to learn from seasoned agriculture professionals across multiple disciplines, including here at Walmart. Early in my career, I worked with agriculture scientists who were serving big challenges, such as building supply chains that were focused on sensitive materials like seed inoculants, and looking at how they could transport these inoculants to rural places to help increase nitrogen fixing in soils, and also in turn then to help farmers increase their yields. Others at that time were looking to solve big problems such as the lack of cold chain infrastructure in rural areas to transport milk over short distances. They were looking at the role that nanotechnology, which was still new at the time, could play to support milk preservation in rural settings. And I was inspired by these scientists. Their commitment to take on big problems and to work towards improving the food security and livelihoods of millions of small producers. On successes, as I track learning over the last decade or so, I was fortunate to be part of a program back in 2010 that was focused on taking a simple hermetic storage, triple layered storage bag for cowpea to scale in West Africa. Flash forward to my most recent visit to Anantapur, Andhra Pradesh in 2019, and I was so proud to see these very same PICS bags, which were pioneered at Purdue University in Indiana, in use in a primary processing facility for storing peanuts and other grams and pulses. These bags safely preserve products not only for sale in the market, but they also provide food access for families over the lean production seasons because they can store that food safely. So it was also enlightening that technology can be simple and also be effective. When I look at, today in current role, what am I, learning, and what do I see and can point to as a success? I do believe that we're on a pathway to success in our strategy to strengthen the institutional capacity of FPOs. And I believe the interventions are making a real difference to help multiples of FPOs, including in India, to become sustainable for the long term. And in the process of them becoming sustainable, to help transform smallholder livelihoods, but providing the necessary integration and support into formal markets. The biggest signal success is still to come, and this will be once this work becomes more accessible and more replicable, really seeding opportunities that help unlock scale for producers individually, and seeding opportunities for rural economic growth when you think about the businesses that can rest underneath these FPOs. To support and put us on a pathway to replicability, we're investing in learning. We've made a grant to the Tata Cornell Institute of Agriculture and Nutrition to study the progress of maturing FPOs in the foundation-supported grant programs. The Walmart Foundation is also supporting the International Food Policy Research Institute, or IFPRI, to surface stronger and shareable learnings on women's empowerment in our supported programs. On unaddressed challenges, perhaps as donors and development agencies, we're still under-leveraging opportunities for collaboration. Perhaps, too, there are still too many siloed efforts and programs that are out there when the connectivity and more systems-based approaches are what's required to move fast and to have impact at scale. The challenge is how to bring these good programs together, to bring diverse sets of groups together, and to create more ease and efficiency in the opportunity for partnership. Early learnings from our work in India in particular Really emphasizing something I mentioned earlier, which is taking a whole farm system approach, looking at the primary cash generating crops along with crop diversification for markets and crops for food production with the lens to uplift incomes earned from farming more systematically. Enhancing and scaling digital platforms. There's a lot of digital innovation underway in India today. Knowing what are the right tools to take forward to advance precision agriculture extension services delivery that really open up market opportunities through product traceability, that connect buyers and sellers, and this could be both for seed inputs and also for final produced product that needs to go to market, and to extend digital financial services. I think this one in particular is a key priority when you think about the impacts of the pandemic and that it's had on agriculture supply chains and the need for smallholders to become more digital. There's also, you could say, a need for more robust domestic regional markets for small producers. So really getting beyond that first entry-level market and getting into a more regional and then also international market, and really investing in the sustainable practices, in post-harvest technologies, in quality and traceability that create opportunity for smallholders really to move forward into those markets that are differentiated.